Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Jim Grisanzio from the Oracle Groundbreakers team, and I'm here with Frederic Descamps from Belgium, lefred as he's known in the community, and we're going to talk about Oracle Developer Live MySQL, which is a big conference scheduled for next week. lefred, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome to the program.
Hi Jim, I'm fine, thank you. Very busy to prepare the conference, but fine, like usual.
Good, excellent. I touched base with you originally, actually, earlier in the year, actually when we first met in Brussels in January, end of January, and then we met again online just a couple of months ago. So I wanted to, I saw you on the schedule here for next week, and wanted to basically have a quick conversation. So you're one of the speakers at this conference next week, and let's talk a little bit about what your session is, and also what's this conference about. I mean, last month we did Java. The month before that it was Oracle Database, and so there seems to be a series here, a series of developer conferences, which is really good. So let's start off with the conference itself. What's new in MySQL?
Yeah, sure. So this conference first, it's meant to replace the Oracle Open World that was scheduled for in Vegas, but has been, of course, like everything else in the world, cancelled. So we decided to make this online conference, and Oracle Database started in August, and there was Java, and there is like this 2 days per big product that Oracle has. And we are very proud in MySQL to be part of it and to have this complete full 2 days, one for US, so the 13, and one for EMEA and APAC, the 15. The content is almost exactly the same with some changes in the schedule. And we have, of course, Oracle engineers, Oracle product managers, and community speaking from MySQL, but also external people joining us from the community, from customers, talking about their MySQL experience. So we have tried to cover everything. So I was part of this content, let's say, election or deciding of the content of the conference. So we try to make it quite large. Usually we have less session, to be honest. So we have this time we have a very nice session. So we are very happy of the amount of session, and very happy to have all these guests. And so we will have like online, like the normal session. We have a keynote. Then we will have this whole session in two parallel rooms, or I would say like that, 2 parallel tracks.
Right.
And we finish the days with the hands-on labs, 2 hands-on labs, one for developers and one more for DBAs.
Yeah, it seems going to be like it's a comprehensive day, just like the other events. I see you got 18 speakers, and 6 of them are from outside of Oracle, so that's a third. So that's really good. You mentioned the hands-on labs, and then a lot of development sessions, everything on performance tuning, NoSQL and SQL, like a panel session. And migration, security, cloud, MySQL 8. So what is your favorite here in that list?
This is, I like them all, to be honest, of course. And if people knows me, I really like everything which is operation and, like DBA related and architectures. But I'm very happy to see the other ones too. This is why they are in the program, in the schedule, right? And I am very, very also happy to have 3 nice people, I would say, and very famous in the MySQL world, but not only, for the panel, right? We're going to see in this panel, so we have Morgan Tucker, Bill Carwin, and Marcus Winan, and we're going to discuss with them about, what's very hot these days about SQL and NoSQL, schemaless. So I think it will be a very nice debate we will have there and see what's the direction for the future, right?
Yeah, interesting. Okay. So you mentioned a little bit earlier about this new MySQL service that became available a couple of months ago. What's up with that?
Yeah, so now, OCI, it's a very nice cloud infrastructure. I use it a lot. To be honest, I'm very happy with it and I really like it. And now MySQL also has a service. So this service is operated by MySQL team itself. And it allows the users to just deploy a MySQL instance, connect to it, and relax. Everything will be done, let's say the backups, you see how it goes, upgrades, all that kind of stuff that can be boring and can be difficult if you're not a very skilled MySQL DBA. It's now all made and all managed by the MySQL team. So this is very useful, and we're gonna there is a session on that also during that day, and during the hands-on labs we will also use not only MDS. So MDS is the name from this MySQL database service. I think Johannes, so the other hands-on labs will use it, and myself, I won't use it because I will show something different, but also in OCI to have some fun with to see what OCI can provide you for MySQL too.
Cool. You mentioned the hands-on labs. I've been noticing that all the conferences now are doing hands-on labs sessions, and I always like to get some feedback. And in general, actually, they seem to be going really well. But usually you have this impression of hands-on labs as you get a couple of people sitting behind a keyboard, and they're working together. You have a situation where you're physically very, very close. How do you have it planned now to do hands-on labs virtually?
Yeah, so usually I always do a lot of hands-on labs tutorials during conferences, big conferences. I really like that, but I really like you said, to be close to the people, to see what they are doing and to help them. This time it's a bit different, of course, and this is why during these hands-on labs we will have several Oracle experts on the topics we will cover during the hands-on labs to help people. So people will be able to ask questions and to get answers from this large panel of Oracle experts that will be with me during that time. So I will try to answer main questions during the hands-on labs, but also all my colleagues will be trying to, if somebody is stuck somewhere, or operating systems are different, right. Software can be complicated, they will go like on a one-on-one session with people having an issue to help to fix as soon as possible to be able to follow the full session. So the session is 2 hours.
2 hours, okay. So it's pretty long, and you'll have multiple people there. So that's really good.
Yeah, this is what we try to. We need to have this large staff because we are virtual. Usually we do that in 2 people, but here we are more than that because as it is virtual, it's more complicated, right?
Yeah. So when we spoke last conversation we had was a few months ago. Well, maybe even more. Maybe it was sometime in the winter when you were talking about, since everything went 2020, right? Yes. Everything went virtual, and you were doing a lot of conferences because everything went online, and then this actually gave developers like yourself and community people like yourself to do just nonstop events. Everything was available. I'm just wondering, now we're like 9 months into this drill, has that trend continued? Are you stuck? So are you guys still doing conference after conference after conference?
Yeah, so we do conferences and online. I can see now that the conferences online, I think, are reaching maybe the max capacity or the max level. A lot of them, and there is hours next week, then there is some after, but I think after that it will be short stuff, better than always long one. But it will stay like that for still several time, I guess. Like, for example, we met during FOSDEM and the pre-FOSDEM last year for the first time. This year, FOSDEM already announced they will do virtual.
Right.
So it won't be a physical one either again. So, and this is for February 2021. And so I don't know yet what will happen with the MySQL Day, if we do one full event virtual or not. So this is still to decide. But for the rest, we still do several conferences. I have 2 conferences after in October, and then December and November. I don't know yet, but I think I will try at least to focus on shorter one, like, and very specific one, and maybe make more webinars. And I will try to cover more webinars in different languages or in different area compared to what I do usually, because usually I have to stop this webinar or to reduce the webinars I can for the marketing team of MySQL, because I'm traveling. And this time, as I'm not traveling, on 1 week, I can do 4 different events on different locations virtually, I would say. And so I think it will be like that, but it's the same work. So it's exhausting anyway, but we will cover more people. So, but I think it won't change for now.
Yeah.
So it will stay like that.
I'm just wondering where the level is, where the burnout factor is, because a lot of people have, sort of expressed the fact that they're doing events every single week now, and it gets to be a bit much. And
yeah, I think so. And this is why it's complicated, because when you do this event, you need to prepare. Right?
Yeah, and
it's always the same. And
Exactly.
It's quite boring for you to always deliver the same. And for people that follows you, you can see that the audience can also slow down.
Yeah.
So
this
is where it's the balance to find time to prepare new stuff and then deliver it.
Yeah, many people aren't aware that this is when you're doing a technical session, it's not just slideware. All right, there are demos involved, and there's real intellectual property going there, and so it actually takes preparation to get these things done. So, all right, lefred, community manager, MySQL, one of the community managers. So you're going to be talking at Oracle Developer Live next week, and I'll be there. And thanks for joining me here, and hope to see you. Well, I think the next few times will be virtually, but sometime in the future physically. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
All right, we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.